let's look at how to manually add a charge to a customer's account. To do that, we go to Accounts and then click Manage Customer Accounts, and it brings up a list of our customers. Now remember, if you have a long list of customers, you can always click into the search box and type any information that you see displayed that uniquely identifies the customer. For example, I can type their customer ID, so I could type, for example, 1205, and it brings up this customer. Once the customer is displayed, I can click on their record to enter the customer profile. Now all I have to do is scroll down until I see customer charges. So here's customer charges, and as you can see, the customer already has a charge out there. Now to add a charge, I simply click the green add button, and it brings up the add customer charges screen. Now you'll notice that it fills in the customer ID and the customer name. Don't change those, because you want to make sure that the right customer gets charged. So the first field that we're concerned with is the charge type. So let's take a look at the charge types. So you can add a labor charge, a part charge, a chemical charge. You can pull a part from inventory, which we'll talk about later, and you can pull a task list, which we'll also talk about later, or you can select other. Let's select the labor charge. So next you'll select the date of the charge, and then type in the charge amount, let's say $50, and then type a reason for the charge, for example, extra cleaning. And then the next question is, do you want to apply a sales tax, yes or no? I'm going to call this a labor charge, so I'm not going to apply taxes. So all I have to do now is click the submit button, and I get my success message. So now I can go back to the customer profile and check to make sure the charge is there. So I scroll down until I see customer charges again, and here's customer charges, and here's the new charge that I just added to the customer's account. Now let's go back and take a look at those other two types of charges. So I click on the add button, and it brings up the add customer charges screen again. This time I'm going to pull a part from inventory, so click the drop down tab and select part charge from inventory, and you'll notice that the display changes. You select the date of the charge, and then you select the particular part from inventory. So all I have to do at this point is find the part that I want in inventory. So let's just say pick any part for a reason, for example there, and then I fill in a quantity. Whatever quantity I put there, it's going to calculate based on the charge that I've set up in inventory what the charge should be. So now all I have to do is click the submit button, and there I got my success message, so I can go back to the customer profile and check to make sure the charge is there. So scroll down to customer charges, and there's the part that I selected, and I did quantity 1, so it kept the price, and there it added the charge to the customer's account. So let's go back, and this time we're going to pull a task list. So inside the drop down tab, we're going to select task list charge. So select that, we put in the date of the charge, and then we choose the task list. Let's say for broken pipe repair, it's a $50 job, so I select that, and this time we're going to make the quantity 2, so that the charge should be twice the $50 fee. So let's click the submit button, and I got my success message. So I'm going to go back to the customer profile, scroll down to see customer charges, and here's customer charges. So here's the broken pipe repair charge that we added, and as you can see, it's now multiplied the quantity 2 times the $50 charge, and now there's a $100 charge inside of the customer's account profile. So that's how you add charges to a customer's account.